Move on to the next
All right,
one.
speaking of Tom Hawkins, we'll move on to question 3 and Friday night's game between the Dogs and the Cats, who've really emerged as premiership contenders for a whole host of reasons, but Tom Hawkins is one of them. Now, Jason, you're all about the big key forwards. You were one yourself. Do the Cats' flag hopes rest on Tom Hawkins?
There is one very good reason why the Cats are back as a legitimate flag contender, and that is Tom Hawkins. He's on track to win his second best and fairest in 8 years. So he's leading the Coleman race. So he's kicked more goals than anyone else in the competition. He's in the top 6 for contested marks. He's number 1 for marks in the league because he gets up the ground and he provides that link. Listen to this. Number 1 for scoring assists in the competition. Number 1 for goal assists in the competition. And he's also in the top 10 tacklers at Geelong, which means he defends as well as attacks. He brings the ball to ground. He competes 1 against 2, 1 against 3. There's one basic reason why Geelong is the number 1 scoring team in the AFL. It's Tom Hawkins. I've just told you exactly how it all happens. Now, I've got no doubt that if he's not there, and let's not forget, he jumps in and does a bit of ruck work when needed too, and creates with his stoppage work, particularly in the forward line. If he's not there, they don't win. He's a genuine power forward that controls the scoring profile of his team. Don't need to say any more.
Dale, is it just about one man, or is it so much more than that?
This is not an individual sport. This is not golf. This is not tennis. This takes more than just the 22, Chief.
So come back when you argue later on.
This takes a squad of 45 and more this year than any other year. And you in particular, Jace, know this as you were a key forward yourself. All the credit is what happens up the field. And yes, Tom Lynch has had a fantastic year. Yes, he should be an All-Australian. Yes, he deserves to be the leading goal kicker at this point. But without his teammates, who is he? He can't do the ruck work. He can't rove it. He can't kick it to himself. He can't kick the goal and then celebrate by himself. He needs everybody. He needs Dangerfield. He needs Duncan. He needs Stewart. He needs Taylor. He needs Selwood. All these players together make Tom Hawkins who he is. If Tom Hawkins doesn't play as well as he currently has been, they're still going to get the job done because they are the most balanced team in the competition. And I'm going to quote someone, Aristotle.
Oh, you got it.
The whole is greater than the sum of his parts, Chief, and I hope I said that correctly because I've never heard of that bloke before, but I love the quote and what it means. Without the team, he is nothing.
I can't believe you've never heard of Aristotle. The point I was trying to make, though, is you talked about all the other good players, Danger, Selwood, Duncan, Guthrie, a lot of them.
Yep.
They're all the same type of players. If one's not there, you carry on. There's only one Tom Hawkins. There's only one power forward. If he's not there, who's doing all the scoring assists? Who's doing all the scoring? Who's doing all the goal assists? He's number 1, mate. Radicalier's not filling his boots.
What you're saying to me is if he's not there, that the ball doesn't go inside forward 50,
no,
55
I'm not. I'm saying
someone will still be there.
Correct.
Someone will still be there to mark the football.
Correct.
Someone will still be there to give a goal assist. It's not like they just evaporate, that they don't have any inside 50s.
So you just sat there and said there is someone as good as Tom Hawkins to replace him if he's not there.
No.
You just said if it goes in there, there'll be someone else to do the scoring assists.
I'm even saying if Tom Hawkins doesn't play that well, they might be okay. It doesn't rest solely on his shoulders. That's too much responsibility for one man in a football club.
One of a kind.
All right,
you just shot
time
yourself
for
in the foot.
Deliberation. I think we can all agree that Tom Hawkins is having a sensational season, All-Australian and maybe the Cats' best and fairest.
3-0.
Jason, I loved all the number 1s, goals, score assists, goal assists, marks on the lead.
But
Dal, you are right, though. We need a squad of 45 to win this year, don't we? More than ever in this COVID season.
There's only one Tom Hawkins.
Individuals don't win flags. And Aristotle, that was very Elle Woods of you.
Did I pronounce it right?
That can't carry
She quotes it in Legally Blonde, so I'll give you a little point for that. However,
never heard of it.
Tom Hawkins is the reason the Cats are back. And if he's not in that forward line, we've seen what can happen without him. The Cats' flag hopes need an entire team, but they need Tom Hawkins.
Thank you.
There's only one Tomahawk.
Yes, I love it. There's only one Tomahawk.
Not joining in.
And so we're going to go to a half-time break. It's 3-love to the Chief.